Imagine a world without skyscrapers, video games, or even Google Maps. That's a world without geometry. Geometry isn't just about triangles and formulas. It's the hidden force behind everything from ancient pyramids to modern 3D animation. Today, we're traveling through time to meet the mathematical masterminds who turned shapes and numbers into the building blocks of civilization. These pioneers passed down knowledge like a lit torch through history, each one adding new ideas that changed the world forever. So, grab your compass or just your phone and get ready to explore the wild world of geometry's greatest trailblazers. Our journey begins in ancient Egypt, where the sun blazes over endless golden dunes and the pyramids rise like mathematical mountains. Here, Imhotep, the genius architect of the Step Pyramid, is solving problems without calculators or measuring tape. Instead, Egyptian rope stretchers use knotted ropes to measure land after the annual Nile floods. By tying their ropes into a 3-4-5 triangle, they can create perfect right angles, a trick so powerful that it's still used in construction today. This early knowledge of geometry allowed Egyptians to build the pyramids with incredible precision, aligning them perfectly with the stars. What's even crazier, the Egyptians were using a version of the Pythagorean theorem more than 1,000 years before Pythagoras was even born. Now, let's travel across the Mediterranean to ancient Greece, where we step into the grand halls of the Library of Alexandria. Here, Euclid, the undisputed father of geometry, is writing the Elements, the math book that will rule the world for the next 2,000 years. By candlelight, he carves out the foundations of geometry, organizing it into axioms, postulates, and rigorous proofs, meaning no more guessing, only cold, hard logic. His discoveries about parallel lines, angles, and geometric relationships will guide everything from architecture to space travel. Euclid's tools, a simple compass and straight edge, yet without them we wouldn't have bridges, skyscrapers, or modern engineering. If you've ever been forced to suffer through proofs in math class, you can blame Euclid. Meanwhile, on the island of Samos, Pythagoras and his secretive math cult are up to something strange. They believe numbers are the secret to the universe, linking them to everything from geometry to music. Pythagoras and his followers discover the Pythagorean theorem, the legendary equation that explains right triangles. But here's something even cooler. Pythagoras also figures out that the ratios of string lengths create harmonious sounds, essentially inventing the science of acoustics. Thanks to him, geometry isn't just about shapes. It's woven into the music we hear, the buildings we construct, and the planets we study. The Pythagoreans were so obsessed with numbers that they reportedly freaked out when they discovered irrational numbers that go on forever without repeating, like pi. Now we fast forward to the Islamic Golden Age, where the streets of Baghdad hum with scholars discussing mathematics. Here, Nasir al-Din al-Tusi is refining Euclid's ideas and developing spherical geometry, a crucial breakthrough for astronomy and navigation. In an era before Google Maps, sailors relied on the astrolabe, a brass instrument that used geometry to track stars, tell time, and navigate the open ocean. Thanks to these discoveries, explorers like Columbus and Magellan were able to chart their courses and explore new worlds. Without spherical geometry, they'd be completely lost at sea. Jump ahead to Renaissance Italy, where the streets of Florence are filled with painters and architects experimenting with perspective. Enter Filippo Brunelleschi, the man who figures out how to make paintings look three-dimensional for the first time. Using mirrors and careful geometric calculations, he unlocks linear perspective, creating a technique that will transform art forever. But he doesn't stop there. Brunelleschi applies his understanding of geometry to architecture, designing the massive dome of Florence's Duomo, an engineering marvel that had never been done before. Every 3D video game, CGI movie, and virtual reality simulation owes something to his discovery. Finally, we arrive in 17th century France, where René Descartes is about to change everything. Sitting at a candle-lit desk, he sketches a system that merges geometry with algebra, the Cartesian coordinate system. For the first time, mathematicians can plot equations on a graph, turning lines and curves into numbers and formulas. This discovery lays the foundation for calculus, physics, and even computer graphics. Without Descartes, we wouldn't have Google Earth, video game physics, or spaceship trajectories. From rope stretchers in Egypt to modern 3D modeling, geometry has been the silent architect of civilization. Its tools have evolved from simple compasses to AI-powered design software, but the principles remain the same. So, the next time you walk through a building, use GPS, or even play a video game, remember the mathematical trailblazers who shaped our world. The torch of knowledge has been passed down through thousands of years, and now it's your turn. What will you discover? Drop a comment below. Which of these math legends blew your mind the most? Subscribe for more history, math, and mind-blowing discoveries.